Hey, foodie gang, what is going on? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be going over budget meals for $10 for the family. This is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 2, Episode 101. So we are just chugging along. We are past 100 episodes in Season 2, and we are now monetized. So you can send a super thanks or support the channel at money sign Chef Big Bang. And we got Familia in here first. She said, hi, I'm here. What you making for us today? She said, yay. We are doing budget dinner for $10 for the whole family. We are going to be making Hamburger Helper, Cheeseburger Macaroni. And let me just go over all of my ingredients. I have my ground beef right here. I have my milk right here. And I have some water right here. And like I said, this is a $10 meal that you can make for the whole family. Okay, and we got Arnell in the building. How are you doing, Arnell? What's going on? We are going to be making $10 budget meal for the whole family for dinner. So, if you have Hamburger Helper, it is a great meal that's inexpensive and you can serve to the whole family. Some would argue that it's not the healthiest thing, but we are sticking within our budget. Hit the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Support the channel. Send a super thanks or a cash app, money sign Chef Big Bang. Shout out to all my foodie gang members who are here. And okay, Liliana, I'm gonna have to make you a moderator for your continued support. Always showing up to the live streams. So I have my pan back here. Let me move this aside. I'm going to get my pan heating up while we are chatting. And Liliana said, yay, thank you. And am I saying that right? I'm always nervous to say people's names because you never know if you're pronouncing it right. Oh, my bad. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm over here hitting the wrong buttons. Okay, there we go. All right, hit the right button. And let me just scroll up. I'm sorry, so sorry, Liliana. I accidentally hit the wrong button. I made you a moderator. And Trix said, can I be a mod? I've been here every single live stream. You know what, Trix? I have seen you a couple of times. And all the time. And I will make you a moderator. And so, what moderators can do is they can manage the chat, and anybody who's being disrespectful, feel free to block the moderators because it is 907 Goodies and we are here for positive vibes. And hit the like button on your way in. Howie said, I like Cheeseburger Helper. Yes, Hamburger Helper is really yummy. And I wasn't going to make it on my channel because I know I'm supposed to be Chef Big Bang. But you guys have told me and you guys have shared with me that you like budget meals. So I'm going to continue to make budget meals. And Trix said, thank you. And Liliana, I'm so sorry I accidentally hit you, but you're our moderator now. And then the pan is heating up. We're going to start our Hamburger Helper Cheeseburger Macaroni. So Hamburger Helper makes quite a few different combinations. Today I am making the cheeseburger version. And Stan said, mixed with lean ground beef, and it's good. Hey, Angela, how are you doing? She said, hello, Chef, Mod, in chat. I want to thank you guys all for coming through. I'm in Alaska right now, and it's like 8 o'clock here. I'm not sure what time it is where you're watching from, but I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And Michael said, what are you cooking? Hamburger Helper, cheeseburger macaroni version. And this is a meal that you can make for $10 for the entire family. Very simple. All you really need is your ground beef. I have my water here, and I have milk. And what I like to do when I make Hamburger Helper, I like to add a little bit of extra seasonings. So I have my Mrs. Dash right here. It used to be called Mrs. Dash. They changed the name to just Dash. But I like to add a little bit of extra seasonings. Always recommended. You gotta have your seasons. Arnell says San Francisco 9:12. You're about the same time zone I'm in. And Michael said, I love it. Ooh, Stan said save a little and make a sandwich out of it. I've never had that before. A hamburger helper sandwich? That makes a lot of sense. And Michael said 11:12 here in Texas. And Trick said I love Dash. Okay. So if you're not on Facebook, or if you are on Facebook, go ahead and follow me. But I make these little, I make content, and what I do is I'll ask questions. And I believe I'll have like, have you guys ever saw the One Has to Go on Facebook? Well, I make those. And I made a seasoning version. It was Mrs. Dash, Slap Your Mama, Laurie's, and I think it was lemon pepper. Can you believe that everyone said Mrs. Dash had to go? And I'm like, that's crazy because Mrs. Dash is my favorite. Trick said, okay, I will follow you on Facebook. And yes, and if you're on Facebook, go ahead and join my food group, Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page. Let me tell you, when you come to 907 Good Eats, it is just Chef Big Bang, which it's still a great honor. But on my Facebook food group, you are exposed to 1,000 other foodies from all around the world. We are almost at 2,000 members. So if you're ever having a day where you don't know what to cook, you can literally log on to Facebook, look at the group, and get so many ideas about what to make for dinner. Because it's that many posts, it's that many members from all parts of the world. So, very helpful for creativity and a lot of recipes. So, I'm going to put a little bit of oil, not a lot, just a little bit. And then I'm going to put my ground beef in here, just a little bit of oil. And I'm going to put my ground beef in here. Tell you, foodie gang, no matter how ready you think you are for these videos, you always forget something. Yes, Stan said, just so it doesn't cook. Yeah, I put a little bit of oil in the bottom. Okay, so normally, or sometimes when I make ground beef, I get my ground beef from the butcher, so a lot of oil or a lot of grease doesn't come off of it. This ground beef is from the grocery store, and it's not super lean. So there's going to be a lot of fat that's going to come off of here. And so with that being said, depending on the type of beef that you have, you're going to want to drain it before you start your hamburger helper in the same pot or in the same pan. If you don't drain it and you have a lot of fat, it'll stay in the hamburger helper, and it's still edible. You can still eat it, but it will not look appetizing because there will be a layer of fat just sitting on top of your pasta. So, depending on your type of beef and your fat content in the beef, go ahead and drain the beef. Okay, so while that is cooking, I'm going to read. Angela said Hamburger Helper is my childhood favorite. I still make it with vegan meat and plant-based milk. Angela, I want to give you props because you're very smart with how you go about being a vegan, and you're able to like convert a recipe very, very quickly to your specific dietary need. That is very great. Trick said, I have to go to bed. Are you going to be live tomorrow? Yes, I am going to go live tomorrow. I do not know what the content will be, but I will be going live tomorrow. Okay, so in my thank you so much for tuning in, Tricks. Thank you so much. You are now a moderator, so anytime you come back to the channel, just know you are a moderator. Have a good night. And thank you so much for coming back time and time again and also engaging. So earlier when I went live, I made monetization lunch because your girl is monetized now, and I had a shrimp stir fry. And pump your brakes with Mr. Troy. What's going on, Troy? I am making Hamburger Helper Cheeseburger Macaroni. Keeping it simple. You can make this meal for $10 for your whole family. And Mr. Troy, I'm going to make you a moderator. You guys check out Mr. Troy's YouTube channel. Very funny dude. Okay, so earlier when I was going live, I made the shrimp stir fry. Someone was asking me, have I ever made hamburger stroganoff, right? Yes, Tricks, have a good night. Ooh, Stan said ground bison is good too. I have not had that, but when I was in Portland, bison was really popular. And then Nika said, hello everyone, how are y'all? We are doing good. We're making Hamburger Helper Cheeseburger Macaroni. So, back to what I was saying, Foodie Gang. Earlier when I was going live, I made shrimp stir fry for my monetization lunch. Somebody asked me, do you make hamburger stroganoff? And in my mind, I'm thinking like, what is that? And I was like, beef stroganoff. But I looked into the cabinet and I have a Hamburger Helper that's a stroganoff. And I have ground beef. So, if this goes well, I'll be making more Hamburger Helper tomorrow. I also want to try to go live in the morning, but I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about yet, but it's okay. I'm going to think of something in my sleep. And then Arnell said, hamburger stroganoff sounds really good. Yes. So it was funny that they had said that because I have it in the cabinet. Yeah, and I have more ground beef. You guys, I have been talking about food inflation. I talked about Kamala Harris's price gouging policy, and I also talked about Trump. The reason why I'm doing these budget meals is because inflation and food inflation is at an all-time high. So, you know, everyday Americans may have to make budget meals just because of how the world is going right now. Now, hopefully, things turn around and we all can eat great food. But let's be real. We got to make Hamburger Helper sometimes, too. And Will Lewis, yes, I do have a kid. And I also make children's content, Ava's Playtime, on YouTube. So, the star of that channel is, of course, Ava. It's Ava's Playtime. She does gymnastics. We do arts and crafts. We're always cooking in the kitchen. So, check out Ava's Playtime on YouTube. If you have kids, you have kiddos, nieces, nephews, check out Ava's Playtime. We have over 300 videos on Ava's Playtime. So there is no way that your kid is not going to find a video that they like. Ooh, Felicia said, how and who will lower inflation? I cannot answer that for you. I don't know the future. But what I did do is I discussed Kamala Harris and I discussed Trump. And I asked you guys, do you think that Trump will lower food inflation in 2024? You know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to tell y'all this. You can make this meal with for $10 for the whole family. And then Felicia, I love cheese mac. Hit it with extra chili powder and smoked paprika. Good stuff. You know what's crazy? We have all had Hamburger Helper. Okay, so my beef is it's pretty much done, and there's a lot of fat that has come off from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the sink, and let me show you guys what I have. So I have my strainer here. I'm going to put this in the sink. I'm going to take my pan and pour the ground beef into here so that it can drain off. Just so that the grease doesn't clog the sink. What I like to do is I like to run the water on low, so that there's running water in the sink while I'm draining my ground beef. And then Angela said, yeah, I think Trump will try to fix the inflation. You know what? Look, we didn't have, this is what I'm going to say, Fuji Gang. We have had Biden and Kamala Harris for the last 4 years. Do I think that she's going to get in office and lower inflation? I don't know, because she's been the vice president, but she's been a part of the administration for the last 4 years. So if she didn't do it in the last 4 years, I don't know if she's going to do it now. So, but I covered both candidates. Check out my live streams. I'm going to drain this beef. So, I have my strainer in the sink, and I like to run the water on low. Now, when I run the water on low, I don't let the water touch the beef. I just let the water run in the sink, so that the oil or the oil and the grease does not drain, or what do you call it? Does not clog the sink. There we go, Fuji Gang. There we go. Okay, I have strained off my beef. Now we're going to get into opening our Hamburger Helper Cheeseburger Macaroni. Remember, $10, you can make this meal for the whole family. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on my social media platforms. You can send a super thanks to show your support. Or you can cash app me on money sign Chesapeake Bank to keep the stove on so that we can continue to make great meals. And so we're going to start in the water, milk, and the sauce. And I'm just going to move this back here so you guys can see. I'm going to have my sauce mix right here. And Lewis said, hopefully Trump can fix it so that we don't have to be worried. You know what? A lot of times, stress. It's so hard to not be stressed out when everything's so expensive. I mean, it's really hard. Look, I'm Chef Big Bank, and I'm over here making a budget meal. That's how you know it's getting real out here. So, I'm going to put my sauce pack in here. And then I'm going to put my water in there. Felicia said, we shall see. That's all we can do is wait, see what it's going to do, and stay positive. I feel like positivity is what is really, really important. And I'm just going to turn this a little bit. Okay, I got my milk here. I'm going to pour that in. And then what I'm going to do, I have my beef, my seasoning pack, my milk, and my water in this pan. I am going to give this a quick stir. I am going to bring this to a boil. And when it starts boiling, I'm going to add in my pasta. And Felicia said, absolutely. And Lewis said, because gas prices are insane. And you guys, I live in Alaska. Now, Alaska was already expensive before inflation. Now that we have inflation and we lived through the pandemic, I'm seeing a lot of like homeless camps, a lot of like tent cities. So things in the world are getting bad. So I hope that things will change, and I'm hopeful that they will. Because there ain't no way that we can continue like this. So I got my beef in, and you guys know what? Let me tell you something. This hamburger helper, you know what the best thing to do is to read the back of the box that has the instructions. If you are cooking at home, I highly recommend that you use timers. That you use timers so that you know exactly when things are going to be ready and are going to be done. And also so that you don't overcook anything. Okay, so I'm going to heat this to a boil, and then I'm going to throw in my pasta noodles. When the pasta gets put in there, I am going to cook this for 8 minutes. And Troy said, love hamburger helper. You know what? I don't know. I don't think I ever met anyone that has not had hamburger helper. People probably don't want to admit it, but let's be real here. Sometimes you got to make those budget meals. We could be waiting to get paid. It could be a hard month. One of your bills could be too high. I mean, anything could happen. And you're going to make hamburger helper, or you're going to make box macaroni and cheese. Now, one could debate that, is it what's best for you? Probably not. But I don't think starving is either. So, we got hamburger helper, cheeseburger, macaroni. I have my ground beef, water, milk, and my seasoning packet. And it is coming to a boil. And this is kind of how it looks. It's kind of how it looks. It doesn't really look too good right now, but that's okay. Because it's going to be looking good. One of the things I like to do, I don't have any right now, is I like to add Parmesan cheese to the top of my hamburger helper. Just to give it that extra cheese. It's very, very tasty. Ooh, Tony, good question. What's the best hamburger helper? I would have to say it would have to be the stroganoff. Like, even though I forgot about the hamburger stroganoff, I think that the stroganoff is the best. But Foodie Gang, let me know. What do you guys think is the best hamburger helper? And Angela said, you can have a vegetable or salad on the side. Very true. You can even add garlic bread to the side if you wanted to. Yes, you can have a vegetable. You can do a side of broccoli. I really like broccoli And I think that broccoli is definitely my favorite vegetable. And then the one of the things I really like about Hamburger Helper is that it's super simple to make. All you really need is the ground beef and the milk and the water. Ooh, Angela said I like the chili mac helper and I add vegan cheese. I don't think I've ever tried that flavor before. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, foodie gang. I think I'd be getting the same flavor as the Hamburger Helper, which is the cheeseburger macaroni, and I get the stroganoff. I keep it pretty simple. I haven't tried a ton of the flavors. Okay, oh, let me turn the pan up. Duh. Also, foodie gang, when you're cooking, you do not want to walk away for a long period of time, even if you're someone that cooks often, because you don't want no accidents to happen. You don't want anything like that. And Felicia said, cheeseburger mac, my favorite. Okay, so my concoction is starting to boil. So I'm going to get ready to put my pasta in here. Okay, so it's starting to boil. I'm going to put my pasta in here. Yes, read the back of the box. It will help you out the most. You know what's crazy? Some people don't read instructions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a timer on for 8 minutes. You know why I'm going to do that? Because I am very forgetful. And I do not like when my pasta is overcooked. So, put a timer on for 8 minutes. And I'm going to put a little bit of Mrs. Dash in here to give it a little bit of extra kick. And if need be, I might add some oregano in here, but I'm definitely going to put a little bit of Mrs. Dash in here. Patricia White said, girl, why are you cooking? It's 9 o'clock at night. There is 29 people in here watching. And maybe even more, Patricia. So, if I'm up late, so are you guys. Clearly, this live stream is needed because people are watching. And another thing about YouTube is that these videos last forever. So yes, to some of you guys, it may be late, but what if you wake up the next day, or if you're watching this video a year from now, then you're watching it a year from now. So there's no, even if it is like, that's okay. And I am a night owl. Hey, I'm at work right now. I'm at work right now, okay? Now, what's y'all doing up? You know what's funny? That people always say that and then be watching the live stream. Oh my goodness! We got Blaze in the building with the super thanks. He said, congrats on the monetization. Real work always paid off. I'll take one of those to-go plates. Now, thank you so much, Blaze. You are now the sponsor of the show with the $19.99. And you know what's funny? I was just telling Blaze how that I was becoming like frustrated because there were so many things that I wanted to do on my channel, but I just did not have the funds to do so. And you know what Blaze told me? Blaze said, it's okay. Because even when everybody else is sleeping, you're working hard. And we had that conversation a couple of weeks ago, Blaze. I'm glad I took your advice and I continued and I stayed positive because it really did pay off. And yes, Liliana said, don't apologize, Patricia. You did nothing wrong. Yes, girl, you okay? And Angela said, hey, foodie gang, if you haven't already, please smash that like button, share the video, and subscribe if new. Yes, I am always cooking. And then Todd said, what, when you get to eat, you put to, what? I don't know. Oh, okay, let me reread that. Todd said, when you gotta eat, you gotta eat. And Patricia said, where I live, it's about 9:35. Ooh, we got Africa in the building. Oh my goodness. You know what? Africa and India are really big supporters. Okay, so I'm newer to TikTok, but I've been going on TikTok more often, and I even use some of the content for my YouTube channel. But in Africa, there are these group of children who dance on TikTok. I don't remember what country in Africa, and I don't remember what the name of their organization was called, but what they do is they dance on TikTok, and people send them money. And I'm telling y'all, they did like a dancing marathon. I mean, it was insane, but it was so cool. And it's just like, no matter where you are, you can be happy. And then Angela said, Blaze McCroy, thanks for your support and donations to support this channel tonight. Thank you so much, Blaze. Really appreciate that. Always watching from the clouds. But thank you so much, Blaze. And then Will said, hi, I'm back. Yes, and you know what? Even if some people are asleep, there's a lot of people who are night owls. And you never know when you make a video, right, Foodie Gang? When you make a video, you never know how it's going to age. So, yes, I got my hamburger helper right here. I got the Cheeseburger Macaroni, and it's looking really, really good. I got about 3 minutes left on the time. I had to lean because it was like a glare from the light. And you know what? It's funny. I literally have 2 ring lights, and I'm making dinner right now. But I'm so glad I decided to start a YouTube channel and do this. And the answer said, I love the nighttime. Even when I was younger, I had a problem with, I had really bad sleep insomnia when I was younger. Because we would always be watching TV. And so it's like, we never wanted to go to bed because we were always up watching TV. Hold on, y'all. Okay. We got Hamburger Helper, Cheeseburger Macaroni. You can make this meal for $10 for the family. So, the great thing about Hamburger Helper is that it's cost effective and you can feed the family. And on those days where you're living, you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're waiting to get paid, you ain't got no money left, you open the cabinet and what do you see? You see a box of Hamburger Helper. So, Hamburger Helper definitely comes in handy. And let me just give this a quick taste and let me show you guys what it's looking like. Okay, it's saying I got 1 minute left. Let me stop this timer so that y'all don't have to hear the beeping. Okay, so we got the little bit of beef there, a little bit of the macaronis, and all of that. I'm just going to taste a macaroni or two to be able to verify how my macaronis are cooked. And Blaze, also the sponsor of the show, said you're very welcome. I try to catch live streams in real time whenever I can stop through and support. But hey, the grind never stops for me. Playback time, it is. Very true. I agree with you, Blaze. I know a lot of content creators, and it's like some days everyone will be going live at the same time, so it's hard to catch every live stream live. Okay, I'll say this. Y'all know how I feel about double dipping. So, it is okay to taste your food, but if you're going to have other people eating, get a new spoon. If it's only going to be you, double dip. And then Angela said, I smile when I see the Hamburger Helper boxes. You know what's so crazy? Is that when I was younger, we always had this in the cabinet at least. But my mom would get the beef stroganoff kind. And she would put it with the ground beef. And when she would make that for dinner, we would all be so excited. And Blaze McCroy said, I agree with that double dip rule. And you know what? I shouldn't have to tell y'all this type of stuff about double dipping. But after I had worked in the kitchen for years, I saw a lot of things that people should have been taught. I saw a lot of things. And you even got to talk about kitchen hygiene. So some people be showing up to work funky. But we ain't, I ain't going to name no names. I'm just going to say. So, woo! I was trying to grab my bowl back here. I got my bowl back here. Yes, hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on my social media. And thank Blaze in the chat for being the sponsor of today's live stream. And to support the channel, you can send, I think, is it called a super thanks? Super thanks, I think it's just called a super chat. Send a super chat, hit the Cash App, money sign Chef Big Bank. So, our pasta's looking pretty good. We are going to start plating this up. Yes, super chat. That's what it's called. I've been saying super thanks. I believe the super thanks are what you send after the person is live. And the super chat is what you send during. But, like I said, your girl just got monetized. So give me some time to figure it all out. There we go. We have Hamburger Helper. $10 meal that you can make for the whole family. Or even if you are just by yourself, that's fine too. You can make some and have some left for the next day. So it can also be leftovers. And I believe what my mom used to do, what she would do, because there was 5 of us. So what she would do is that she would get 2 boxes of Hamburger Helper. I believe these boxes are like $1.50. So if you got 2 boxes, it would move the recipe up to like maybe like $15. If you added more ground beef, it would change it as well, but still very, very inexpensive. So y'all can see right there. Yes, foodie gang. There we go. And This is 907 Good Eats, so it would only be right if I tried it for you guys. Let me grab a fork. Alright, so hit the like button, support the channel, send a super chat, or hit the Cash App, # Chef Big Bang. If you're on social media, follow me on social media. I am also wearing the 100% Foodie Gang shirt. I do have merch for this channel. The links are down below. And I'm working on the memberships. So I was kind of like confused, or I was thinking about what the names were going to be of the memberships, but I consulted with my 7-year-old daughter. She had a really great idea. So these may change, but I think the names, because there's going to be 3 different packages, 3 different memberships that you can become a part of. The first one will be called Foodie. The second one will be called The Gang. And then the third one will be Certified Foodie Gang. So I'm going to work on my memberships tonight. And I will be having those ready to go as soon as possible. But my daughter is very, very creative. And she is the reason why I even have a YouTube channel right now. I started Ava's Playtime first, which would be my first YouTube channel. It's all for kids. I started Ava's Playtime first a 1.5 years ago. And I was having so much fun making videos. I was like, you know what I should do? I should cook. And then I started 907 Good Eats. And Liliana said, I'm off for the night. God bless you all. Good night, girly. See you in the next one. Thank you so much for coming back and supporting. And also being a new moderator. I am excited. Okay, here we go. It's still pretty hot, as y'all can see. I tell you, there we go. I mean, Hamburger Helper is just one of those dishes that really don't get the recognition that he deserves. And like I said, what I like to do is put a little Parmesan cheese on top. Douglas said, I used to love Hamburger Helper so much, especially the cheeseburger and lasagna. But now that hamburger is so expensive and it's not a cheap alternative anymore. Well, okay, so I priced out this whole meal before I say anything is a certain price. The pound of hamburger that I used for this meal was $7.19. So I don't know if that's too much for your budget, but even with the price of the ground beef, the Hamburger Helper, and the milk, this still comes out to $10. And I do think that this is still a good bargain. And Mr. Troy said, that looks good. And Waddy said, do you like pasta? Yes, I do. And I have a lot of pasta live streams on my channel where I made bow tie pasta, I made spaghetti, I even made a low-carb pasta. And Douglas said, it's still good, though. And then Hoover said, it looks so good. Yes, so I have priced out this meal, and even with the ground beef being $7.19, this is still a $10 dinner for you and your family. And then Angela said, I stock up on meat or vegan meat when there is a sale. That's a really good technique. And my father, R.I.P., rest in heaven, he would do the same thing. So when he would be going in like Costco or Walmart and he would see a deal, what he would do is stock up and he would buy a lot of that particular item because he had a lot of kids. So he would do the same thing too. He would stock up on meat when there's a sale. He probably was doing too much stocking up if you ask me. But he would do the same thing. He would stock up on stuff. And I know everybody has a family member who will like call you and tell you when there's a sale. I have a lot of those family members, my family. They will let me know when there's a sale for everything. Yes, so I will be going live tomorrow. I'm not sure at what time. But I have the Stroganoff Hamburger Helper. So somebody asked me to make that this morning when I was doing my monetization lunch, my shrimp stir fry. So because that is a request, I do want to get that request filled. And Scott says, yee yee. I love the shirt. Yes, the links are down below to my merch. That which might change as far as the links, but the link is down below for my merch. I also have a 907 Good Eats mug. I have a really nice hoodie, and I have a couple of other shirts posted in the link down below. And Douglas said, do you like couponing, using coupons? I'm gonna tell y'all, I am the type of person to clip a coupon, go to the store, and leave the coupons in the car. I do not do couponing. I know some people have like binders and like some people is really, really serious. I do not do a lot of couponing. But in today's time and age, I feel like if you have family or a big family, couponing can really help you out at the register. And there used to be this show, I believe it's still around. It's called Extreme Cheapsteaks on TLC or something like that. And there would be a lot of people on there couponing. And one woman would say that she would have like 200 items, right? And she had so many coupons. When she would check out, her total would be like $10. Just because she had so many coupons. And Michael Scott said, thank you for that info. Yes, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that once you do subscribe, you get notified when I go live. Season 2 of my live show, we are at 101 live streams. So I am going live a lot. And then Mr. Troy said, 9:07, I'm getting off work. I'll talk to you later on my way home. Well, Mr. Troy, you have a safe ride, a safe trip home. Thank you so much for stopping by. Y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to Mr. Troy's YouTube channel. Really great content creator and very, very funny. And very, very funny as well. But you know what, Foodie Gang? I am so excited for the future of 907 Good Eats. Okay, so we're kind of wrapping this season up. And it's getting kind of cold outside. So season 3 is going to be our winter season. And in that season, we will be making crock pot meals, stews, soups, home style comfort meals. And I have some interviews, or I need to set up some interviews for season 3. I also have a new show that I want to introduce to 907 Good Eats, and I'm really, really excited about being monetized now, because when you are a content creator and you're not monetized, it's really hard to explain to everybody what you're doing. But once you get monetized, everybody kind of just understands what's going on, because it's like a real job. So, yes, the recipe is down in the description. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Was there any more questions from the chat before we get out of here? Any more questions for Chef Big Bank? If you're on Facebook, follow my page. Follow my page. And join my group on Facebook, Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page. And Hazel, how are you doing? Daniel said, just sub. Thank you so much, Daniel, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And you guys, I am almost at the 400 video mark. And when I first started 907 Good Eats, I was just doing pre-recorded content. But then I started going live. And then Hazel said, how are you doing? Or I said, how you doing? Good. I'm doing good. Earlier today I went live. Check out that live stream. And I woke up this morning and found out that I was monetized. So you know what? I would say that this has been a great day. And hold on, y'all. I gotta readjust my ring light. When I worked in the kitchen, I loved to cook. But one thing I did not like doing was having to cook somebody else's menu. So now that I have my own YouTube channel and I'm cooking, I can make what I would like to make. And Big Mix said Hamburger Helper always hits. And then Hazel said yours looks cool. Cool shirt. Okay, so this shirt, 100% Foodie Gang. This is one of the shirts that I sell on my merch, and my links are included in the video description. So I use Gear Bubble. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but definitely check it out. I also have, well, it's right here. Hold on. There's some in here, so I can't move it too high. I also sell these mugs as well. This is the 907 Good Eats mug. Also available in the store. I have a hoodie and a couple of t-shirts in the store. And I will be having more merch coming out. So one of the things that I'm working on is a mother and daughter 907 Good Eats shirt. Because my daughter can wear the kid shirt and then I can wear the adult one. And it's perfect because if you have a kid and you want to match with them, you can. So I think that's so cool. And I really like matching outfits and matching shirts with my daughter. She thinks it is so cool and she'd be so happy about it. So I am working on that. I'm working on a couple of other things as well. So hit the like button on this video. Check out the merch. Shop the Foodie Gang store. Get your merch. And I think out of all the shirts I have, I think this would be my favorite one. You guys don't know me in real life, but in real life, I wear a lot of black. And I'm trying to wear more colors. So I'm working on it, but I really like my black. And this shirt is very comfortable. It's not too thin and not too thick. You know when you have a thick t-shirt, it like makes you sweat? So it's a perfect, and I've actually washed this shirt a couple of times and it still looks brand new. But I think I've watched this probably about 3 or 4 times. So you guys can see, like, once you wash it, the logo is not going to fade. And before I give you guys any recipes or share any type of merch with you guys or any type of food, I will test it out myself. Because I want to make sure that when I bring my product to market or I'm bringing it to the foodie gang, I want to make sure that it is correct. So, like I said, every recipe is tested out. Every recipe I have cooked myself. And I have consumed it. Angela said, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. It's a free way to support the channel and keeps us strong in the algorithm. Thanks, Foodie Gang. Yes. The like button. Hit the like button. It really does matter in the algorithm. Because a video that has more likes and more views will be seen more. Because it'll be recommended to people. And to you if you like say if I'm watching cooking videos, the algorithm is going to show me cooking videos. And Hazel said, that is making me hungry. Well, you know what? I always say this, Foodie Gang. If I have a cooking channel and you watch my content and don't get hungry, that's not good. So, if you're watching my content and you feel hungry, that's good then. That is good. But yes, Foodie Gang. So, okay, let me go over the announcements. Send a super chat with your thoughts to support the channel and hit the Cash App, # Chef Big Bang. Follow me on my social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you're on Facebook, join my group. We are almost at 2,000 foodies from all around the world. And in my group, I do virtual cooking contests. We've only had 2, but they have gone really good. I did a grill off and I did a pasta contest. The next one that the group wants to do is going to be desserts. So join the group so that you hear the announcements first. And also so that we can stay in touch. Share your food with us. Share your food with us. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, if you have kiddos, I do make children's content. My kids channel would be Ava's Playtime on YouTube. So subscribe to that YouTube channel so we can have fun. It's so important to stay positive and have fun. Stay positive and have fun. Okay, so tomorrow's live stream, I have one of them set up. I have Hamburger Helper, the Stroganoff version. I'm going to be making that. And I want to go live in the morning, but I'm not sure what the content is going to be yet. So stay tuned. Turn on the notification bell. And also, today I dropped pre-recorded content. 2 reels and a video. You gotta check out the video. It is hilarious. And I'm going to give a shout out to all of my moderators for continuing to drop the links, keep the chat going, and for watching the chat as well. Okay, 22 said, what do you think the world would look like in 300 years? Would civilization be better off the internet had never been created? Okay, that's one of those questions where it's like, of course we can say something is better after the fact, but I don't know what the world will be like in 300 years. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the world's going to be like 1 year from now. And that's why I wanted to show you guys this $10 budget meal that you can make for the whole family. $10 dinner that you can make for the whole family. Because we don't know what the world's going to be like in 1 year from now. 6 months from now. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. And I want to shout out Blaze for being the sponsor of this show and supporting the show with the $19.99. I also want to give a shout out to Dr. Frizzle for being my first ever super chat on 907 Goodies. Thank you, Dr. Frizzle. Great content creator. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out on YouTube. And thank you so much, Foodie Gang, for watching the stream, hitting the like button, and being the best chat. Thank you guys so much. Now, it is late, so I'm going to, wind down. But I wanted to go live and show you guys how to make budget dinner for $10 for the whole family. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great night. Stay prayed up. Eat good food. Good night or good morning, depending on where you're watching from. Thank you guys all so much, and I will see y'all in the next one.